Welcome. It's the Close the Deal Show. I'm your host, Terrence McCrae. Every week we bring you business information, tips, and insights from entrepreneurs, business professionals, and inspired individuals from San Francisco Bay Area and beyond. The Close the Deal Show also features public announcements, Entrepreneur Week, nonprofit organization, and small business owners. If you're looking for strategies to help you in business or educate the public, then you're in the right place. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us again today here on the Close the Deal Show. Today, we're going to be talking about public announcements, and we're going to specifically be talking about car break ins and substance abuse addictions. But before I get into that, I definitely would like to acknowledge a few organizations. One in particular, the Global Movement Purpose. They're having a summit on the 17th and the 18th. I had the opportunity last night to attend one of their workshops in Berkeley. It was marvelous. And this organization, these grassroots organizations, are trying to make a difference for every humanity, for all of us throughout the world, dealing with the world climate. So if you have the opportunity to attend the Purpose Summit at 201 Seminar at Strawberry Mill Valley, the 17th and the 18th, an all-day workshop, please make effort in being fully involved, because these people are not only trying to challenge corporate companies with emissions, but they're trying to make sure that we have clean air and that we all have the kind of environment where we can grow food and not contaminate it. So I just want to make sure that you were aware of that. So tune in and look them up online. We're talking about the global movement purpose. We all have to make a difference somehow as being humans. So let's get back right into one of the biggest things that's going on in San Francisco right here, right now. I'm talking about car break-ins. Let me show you an example of what I'm referring to when it comes to car break-ins. And this is a very serious issue. This just so happened to happen right at Alamo Square Park. And if you are a resident here in San Francisco and you know about Alamo Square Park, or if you know about the Bay Area, well, let me explain you where Alamo Square Park. It's in between Hayes, Fullerton, and Steiner Street. It's where Full House is. A beautiful, beautiful area. But for the tourists who don't know about the situation that's occurring on a regular, ongoing basis in San Francisco, and that is car break-ins, please keep this in mind. We're talking about safety. Your safety, your vehicle safety, and also for you to not lose any value. Stop leaving stuff in the car. I don't mean napkins. I don't mean anything. Don't leave anything in your car. In San Francisco, it's a no-no. I wouldn't care if you left a bottle of water. Don't leave it in your car. It could be the Close the Deal Show water. Don't leave it in your car. In San Francisco, we have a lot of homeless people. And I'm not saying any of these homeless people are the ones that break into cars. But we have a beautiful city where we see over 27,000 or more weekly travel through Alamo Square Park. Why? Because it's a tourist attraction. And they have over 30 million people come here annually. We have some of the most beautiful areas in the world to come see. And one particular place people like to come see is Full House. And that's right by Alamo Square Park. So I want to encourage tourists, and I want to encourage residents that just moved into the area. Do not leave anything in your car. You can have an alarm. It means anything. It doesn't mean anything. Okay? It may mean something to you, but to a thief, they are very aware who's coming in their neighborhood. And they don't do it in broad daylight all the time, but they will do it. So please, do not leave anything in your car, because You can become like this, a victim. Someone coming from out of town, visiting, thinking they're having a good time and expecting to have a good time, and unfortunately have a tragedy. I do not encourage anyone to not stop coming to San Francisco. Please, we welcome you. We want you to come to this beautiful city. We have so many eateries you can dine and enjoy yourself. But what I do want you to understand is it's very important whether you're in the hotel parking lot, whether you're in the shopping parking lot, it is required of you not to leave any personal items. We have a lot of tourists come here for many workshops. We have some of the biggest companies in the world always doing something constructive in the community as well as having big conferences here in the financial district. So it's very important when you're in a hotel area and if you're driving a vehicle, do not leave nothing, not even gum, not even napkins. Don't leave nothing in your car. That's all I ask you so you don't become like this, a victim. All right? So I want to go back into another subject matter. And there are probably over 30, 40 million people in this country suffering from some form of substance addiction. And I'm talking about illegal drugs, alcohol, some type of addiction. And unfortunately, it touched home. Good friend of mine yesterday, Michael Lastrape, passed away. And for years, since childhood, he'd been battling with addiction. So I want to encourage those that are struggling with their own addiction to reach out for help. You know, you can reach out, but you have to understand that your disease is just what it is. It's a disease. It uneases you to understand reality. And a lot of times we create negative social impact when we suffer from a disease where people are affected behind our actions and our poor choices. And unfortunately, a good friend of mine, you know, had more than an opportunity to overcome his addiction, but he struggled. And it takes courage to deal with addiction, no matter who you are. You can be addicted to gambling. You can be addicted to sports. You know, it's a disease that is something that only an addict really understands. And it's a struggle. But if you understand how to be empathetic, then it's always good to encourage someone that's suffering that you're there to listen. It's up to them to make that choice to change. No one wishes upon anyone anything negative. I don't. But at the same token, I want to be able to extend my helping hand if I can. And that's the best way you can help someone suffering from addiction. There's not a whole lot that one can say when it comes to being able to identify and recognize someone has a problem. But it's not good to shine people on and let them know that you really don't have a concern because you don't know what type of confusion or suffering that they emotionally going through. So it's best to keep that negativity away from them because it can increase their self-doubt. Okay? And I'm not a psychiatrist, but I lost my father to addiction. And it was very painful knowing that I would never get the opportunity to be able to tell him I love him. So I want to be able to tell my childhood friend, you know, I love you. You will be missed. And I know you suffer from addiction, but you don't have to suffer no more. So this is a public announcement. We as the public need to always be aware of what's going on in the public and to shed light and to pass it on in a positive way because we are the public. We have an obligation, whether you believe it or not, because we all live in the same community, this big global planet. So stay tuned and stay in contact with having awareness of how you can make a difference in your community. So before we close this deal, we would like to hear from you. If you have suggestions, questions, or even want to be a guest on the Close the Deal Show, please go to www.theclosethedealshow.com. San Francisco Bay Area viewers, you can find us every Monday night on cable Comcast on channel 29 at 8:30 p.m. or on BAVC channel 76 every Wednesday on our live shows. You can go to our YouTube channel. Just type my name, Terrence McCray. Click my picture. Please subscribe and comment on your favorite episode. Take good care of everyone. Don't forget, find the right connections and close the deal by making a difference in somebody's life as well as your own. Thank you.